I am kind of like freaked out at the moment. So I just got done watching Catfish, and those of you who know what Catfish is, it's a show where these two guys, Neve and Max, they get emails, and whatever they choose, I guess what person they want to do it, because that's the person that gets televised, obviously. But they get emails from people who are talking to people on Facebook or whatever, or any social media actually, and they don't know if it's really them they're talking to or not. Basically, the definition of a catfish is someone who pretends to be someone else online. So, say a hot girl messages you, it could be a fat guy in real life, a fat gay guy. And they basically help people find out who they're talking to. But in this episode, it was really different. They're actually starting to do a lot of different things. The next episode, they kind of showed like a sneak peek of it. They get all of their old, like people that they worked with, all of their old, um, like castmates, because sometimes there's days where Neve won't be there, there's days where Max won't be there, they have a replacement, they get all the replacements and they're going to talk and stuff like that. I really don't know, they just showed a sneak peek, but in this episode, I guess this girl got catfished a couple years ago. This girl in Canada was pretending to be um, this girl and this guy. And then it's kind of confusing to say, but she was making these two people think like they were talking to each other. And she got arrested for it because she kind of went too far. Catfishing itself is not really like illegal, but what this girl did was she threatened her, and two, she posted her nudes, which I'm sorry, let's be real, like you've not done that, but here's the thing: if you're gonna send pictures of your body, don't do it with your face because they can use that against you. And it kind of freaks me out because it's like this person is not even in the U.S. and she's doing all this shit. And they actually went to her house in Canada and they talked to um, this officer in Canada. They talked, well, first of all, in the U.S. they talked to the girl that got catfish. Then they went to Canada. Well, then they went to this news, not this news, but they went to a radio station because it was kind of hard to contact the basketball player because she fucking catfished a basketball player from the Golden Nuggets. I forgot his name, but anyway. And then they went to Canada. They talked to this one officer that was a part of the case. Then they went to her house, and the first time they went there, they were friendly. And then the next time they did the interview. And when I saw like what she looked like, um, and she kind of looked like an uglier version of Becky G. Like, if you looked at her face, I wish I had like a picture. There's probably like pictures on Google Images. If you type in like catfish, she's probably on there. But like, and you know, if you guys don't know who she is, Becky G is really beautiful. She's really freaking beautiful. Even with a gap, she was beautiful. But I was like, and then when they called, her husband answered, but they made it seem like she was a guy because when he said hello, they went on to commercial, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was on Twitter, and someone was saying, oh, her voice is like that because she's on drugs. And I'm thinking, oh hell no! Like, imagine what this bitch looks like, but she wasn't on drugs. Basically, like, this bitch had to take care of her mom, who was like bedridden, and so she never, I guess, goes outside, which I kind of can relate to because, I mean, obviously I do leave my house, but I have a dog that has cancer, and I just cannot stand to leave him alone because I worry about him. You know, he can, because Duke has cancer and there isn't chemo for, and there is like stuff like that, like chemo and stuff, but it costs a lot of money. Duke can go anytime in the day, and he has tumors in his neck, so like if like, my biggest fear is forgetting to give him his medicine and him losing his life. That's my biggest fear. And so, like, that's why I don't like leaving my mom's house. I can't. But, I don't know, like, this whole episode, I was shocked because she married this guy off of fucking Xbox. Like, and I thought me going on a miracle was bad. Bitch married a man off of Xbox. Like, honestly. And I feel like a lot of what really pisses me off is that there's some people who catfish and they feel like they're the victim. They feel like, well, I would have stopped if you did this. I've seen catfishes like, I don't know. But yeah, stay tuned for another video. I just have no words. Like, if you honestly guys, I was on Twitter. My favorite thing to do is if I'm watching an episode of Catfish and I'm confused as fuck as to what's going on, I go on Twitter and I'll type a status or just go and I'll do hashtag catfish, but I type the status and but yeah, anyway, you can kind of go on Twitter and just do hashtag catfish and do latest. And there's so many people talking about it right now. But yeah, so just go and watch. I'm gonna upload another video literally after I upload this video. I'm gonna make another video on an app that I just fell in love with. It's an old app that they are bringing back. I noticed a lot of people are still using it, and it's sort of kind of like maybe musically and Triller, and yeah, it's like musically and Triller, but like with a twist. I'll show you guys. Anyway, and if you guys already know what it is, comment down below. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Comment down below what you think of this catfish episode. I am so shook. Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. And like, I don't know. It just kind of creeps me out because Canada is so close to the U.S. I feel like the police need to work something out. I feel like the Canadian police and like the USA police or the American police, my bad, like they need to like combine and be one because there's so much shit that's happened like over these past years. There was a thing that happened with this little boy. I'm gonna say he's a little boy because he was playing Minecraft, and he was like a hacker, and he fucking was doing bomb threats all over the U.S. I find it funny how these people aren't doing it in their own country; they're doing it in other countries, right? And then this little boy was tweeting, and he was saying like waiting for the police to come knock down my door or whatever, and he ended up getting arrested, and they took all his shit. Now, I guess in Canada, when you go to jail, I guess it's a lot nicer. Because here in America, jail is fucking shitty. Like, she fucking made a dream catcher in jail. You can't make shit in jail in the USA. Like, when she was like, do you want to see what I made in jail? I was like, this bitch did not do her time. She was like, oh, I did my time. No, you didn't. You need to go to a real fucking jail in America where you can be somebody's bitch and have that image put in your head so you will never do that crime again. I feel like the Canadian jail is just, I don't know. Because, like, my uncle is in and out of jail and he is not making no dream catcher. Like, so yeah, I'm gonna go so I can get ready for my video. But yeah, just comment below and tell me what you think about this episode because I'm so shook. Anyway, bye.